Ask me the hard-hitting questions.
This week on 60 Minutes, we reported on the WNBA, and we interviewed
Ultimately, CaitlinClark shocked the basketball world by unveiling her new contract in Europe.
Now, playing for the Indiana Fever, she's ushered in a new wave of WNBA fans. TV ratings and attendance have skyrocketed.
Finds Clark from the logo.
You know how crazy these crowds get, though, when they see that logo 3.
Yeah, they go crazy.
Feels good to hit those?
Occasionally. It's not too bad.
So seriously, though, so you got the ball in your hand.
Yeah.
You're crossing midcourt. What's the decision-making? Pass, pull up,
After days of swirling rumors and intense speculation, WNBA Rookie of the Year CaitlinClark finally broke her silence on Instagram, announcing her decision for the upcoming season. Her reveal came in the wake of the Indiana Fever's crushing playoff loss to the Connecticut Sun, leaving fans and analysts alike questioning whether her spectacular debut season was just the beginning or the end of her time in the WNBA. With her social media going dark following the loss, the basketball world was left in suspense, wondering if Clark would return or take her extraordinary talents elsewhere.
And then after that, usually somebody picks me up, but if not, you just got to launch it and hope for the best, you know? Hope it goes in and let it fly. That's what people love. So you got to give them what they want.
Clark broke down the mechanics and biomechanics behind that signature shot.
There we go. Okay.
It's the same motion, basically, right? But you're just using more leg?
Yeah, I mean, I'm people probably wouldn't consider me very big to play in the WNBA. Like, I'm not quite 6 foot, like, not the strongest. So I think just, having good balance is definitely the most important thing. I think a lot of really good shooters would probably tell you the same thing. But yeah, using your legs, like, it can't be all upper body, it's got to be your legs, so.
A few days ago, Indiana Fever star CaitlinClark broke her silence with an emotional Instagram post reflecting on her rookie season. Filled with gratitude, her heartfelt message sent ripples through the WNBA, deepening the suspense surrounding her next move.
CaitlinClark last night finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing in quite some time. Because we could talk about her WNBA season, and we will, but her final season at Iowa was something to behold, and she went right from that into the WNBA season. I mean, right away. As soon as her college season ended, just days later, she was drafted by the Indiana Fever. And I just remember being at the Combine in early March. That was the talk of the town. In addition to what we were seeing out of the Pacers and the Combine being there, it's like CaitlinClark's coming here.
As we explore what CaitlinClark's decision means for the Indiana Fever and the WNBA, be sure to stay tuned for updates.
Defenders on the handoff go with CaitlinClark. That's why Aaliyah Boston can make that spin move and attack the basket. So the impact of Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell on the floor opens things up.
I miss doing women's sports with you. We don't do it as often as we used to. So here's the thing. CaitlinClark is going to be fine. Yeah. Okay, there's 2 things that stand out to me. She just played this team, right? And so she understands the athleticism, the footwork, the speed of Dejanay Carrington. And she's just in her 4th WNBA game as a professional athlete. Even as a rookie, she's been guarded by the best players so far. She's still drawing double teams, and I thought Indiana did a better job of playing fast. I thought in her first few games, too much pound on the rock. This is not Iowa Part B varsity version. This is WNBA basketball. She's moving faster. Her teammates are doing a better job of finding her. She's getting looks off the move where she doesn't have to work as hard. And so it's only up from here. This was a great sign. Her most efficient night, turnovers were down.
Let me just say this too, because we're talking about the Indiana Fever and we have the Pacers that are playing in the...
Her Instagram post marked the beginning of a season that completely redefined what it means to be a WNBA rookie. It told the story of a player who not only surpassed all expectations, but also transformed the game, leaving everyone in awe of her talent and brilliance.
ESPN are showing the game last night in which the Fever got swept by the Connecticut Sun last night. They showed a montage of her year. and they showed a montage of her year when she passed Pistol Pete Maravich. She owns the record for most points scored men's and women's Division I. And she set every record you possibly can set for Iowa, for women's basketball.
As I reflect on the past year and my life, I'm incredibly grateful. See you all in year 2. In her post, Clark expressed heartfelt thanks to everyone who helped her achieve a lifelong dream. She also confirmed what many fans and analysts have been hoping for since her team's playoff exit, that she's staying with the Indiana Fever and focusing on building upon the remarkable season she just had.
Well, I'm super excited to be here. I've never had to give an opening statement before, so this is a first for me and a large crowd. But like I said, I'm super happy to be here. Thank you to the Fever, the Pacers. This is a dream come true. Like, these are the moments you dream of. Obviously, Tamika Catchings is here. Like, that's pretty incredible. Somebody I grew up idolizing. Yeah. But like I said, after I got drafted, like, I can't think of a better place for myself to start my career. A place that loves basketball, supports women's basketball, and an organization that really does things the right way, has championship pedigree. So I'm just very thankful that they have a belief in me. And obviously my parents are here today. My 2 brothers aren't here. My little brother had to go back to school. He actually missed his flight out of New York City after the draft. So I think he did it on purpose, but thankful for them, and, you know, couldn't be happier to be here. So thank all of you for coming, and I can't wait.
CaitlinClark shattered an incredible 62 records during her rookie season, showcasing her legendary impact on the game and cementing her status as a formidable force in basketball. Yeah, her influence extended far beyond just setting new records.
Hi, Caitlin. Greg Doyle, Indy Star. Real quick, let me do this.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's start doing it to me and we'll get along just fine. So, question is, you didn't have to turn pro. I kind of thought you would no matter what, but how much did Indiana have the number 1 overall pick because of the things you said and the driving distance to Iowa, just everything? I'm just wondering what role that might have played. Yeah,
it definitely played a huge role, and I actually played at the exact same time as the draft lottery on the night it happened. I'm not sure exactly who we were playing, but I was hoping that Indiana got the first pick. It would have made my life a lot better. So when I saw that, I was pretty excited. And, you know, obviously that's not every single reason of, you know, why.
Now, let's break down the numbers that had analysts and statisticians scrambling for the right words. The Indiana Fever's guard averaged 19 points, 8.4 assists, 6 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game. Her 337 assists set a new single-season record, highlighting her remarkable ability to elevate her teammates. But it wasn't just season-long stats that impressed. Clark's 19 assists in a single game showcased her extraordinary vision and playmaking skills. She also made history by setting the rookie record with 2 triple-doubles, something no other rookie had ever achieved. In short, CaitlinClark transformed the league into her own playground, making an impact that went well beyond the numbers. Her arrival was a much-needed boost for the struggling Indiana Fever squad.
CaitlinClark's Rookie of the Year odds have become so high that there is currently only one sports book that will even allow you to vote on Rookie of the Year. MGM Bet is currently the only platform that you can vote on Rookie of the Year, and they have CaitlinClark's odds at negative 10,000. And to put the icing on the cake, just last night, CaitlinClark made her 86th three-point field goal of the season, which set a new record for three-pointers made by a rookie in WNBA history. The previous record was set by Ryan Howard in 2020.
She led the team to a 2020 league record, their first 20-win season since 2015, and most importantly, the Fever's first postseason appearance in 8 years. CaitlinClark has reignited hope for Fever fans everywhere.
WNBA record for threes in a season is currently held by Sabrina, and that number is 128 threes. So with the Fever having 9 more regular season games left, and I'm not sure if this is just like a regular season record or includes playoffs, but CaitlinClark would have to average a little over 4 three-pointers in a game in order to break this record. It's doable, and especially if their team goes into the playoffs. But not only with this 3-point record, with her assist record, with her triple-double record, and just the impact that that CaitlinClark has had on the WNBA and on the Fever team this season, there has still been some debate on who will become Rookie of the Year. We talked about Angel Reese a couple videos ago and how she is holding her own on the rebounding side, and she is shattering records, both WNBA and NBA records, with the amount of rebounds that she grabs per game. But if you look at these two players in their totality, it really is a no-brainer as who deserves Rookie of the Year.
The Indiana Fever became a must-watch team on television, thanks to her charismatic on-court presence that not only helped secure victories, but also captivated fans, boosting attendance and merchandise sales.
Clark, 24, 10, and 10, her second career triple-double. What stood out to you about the way she got this triple-double in your eyes?
For me, what I liked from Clark and quite honestly the Indiana Fever team is that even though they entered halftime with 11 turnovers, they were able to get that composure back, and they actually turned over Los Angeles, the Sparks, more turnovers than they had. So I love the composure that we're seeing. I love that this is a team that's still growing, and I think they're starting to figure out who their players are, who their go-to players are. Even when you have an Odyssey Sims that drops 20 points for a Sparks team that, has been struggling this season, Indiana found a way to win. They found their composure throughout this game, and I think that bodes well for them, knowing that they already punched their ticket to the playoffs.
By opening up the court in ways defenses couldn't contain and creating scoring opportunities, Clark demonstrated in nearly every game her exceptional ability to set up teammates.
Well, for anyone that was listening to the broadcast, you heard that this backcourt has been the hottest thing in the WNBA since the Olympic break. And I do think that time together with this crew, that trio, as you mentioned, has been critical. We heard so many veterans, retired players, active players say that CaitlinClark and likely the Indiana Fever were gonna need time. It wasn't gonna be instantaneous like your, instant coffee that you drink in the morning. No, we want this to be a nice Cuban coffee with a nice punch in there. And I think that's what we're seeing. It's not that this is not a talented team. You've got two back-to-back.
Angel Reese received the most votes of any player during the Indiana Fever's All-Star game, adding another feather to her cap and clearly showcasing her dominance on the court. As the accolades poured in following her record-breaking performances, she was nearly unanimously chosen as the WNBA Rookie of the Year.
When Ryan Ruocco said, CaitlinClark is possessed, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. At times, she was unconscious. For me, watching that game, it's one of those games where you can't even be mad. Like, you can't even be mad at CaitlinClark. You can't hate on her. You can't say anything negative about the way she performed. There's not one thing you could take away from that and be like, oh, she was this, or oh, she didn't do that. She checked every single box. That's why Kim Mulkey hugged her so aggressively at the end of the game, because it's like, dang, you did great. I can't stand it, but I love you for it. Like, Kim Mulkey even gave her an aggressive hug when the game is over. That's how you know it was real. You know how you dap somebody up just aggressively because you're like, yeah, that was great. I can't stand you for it, but I can't say anything bad about it. She was poised. She was under control. She manipulated the defense left and right. She got to her.
It was further proof that she could captivate spectators while standing strong against the league's toughest competitors.